Yeah. Morning. For the Pearl, knocking them out clean. Yeah. Born in South Philly, 56 in the May. 1 of 9 kids, Earl found his way. Dropped out above, joined the street gang sway. At 15, locked up, life in disarray. Graterford, Camp Hill, time served long. Found the gloves in the cell, where he learned to stay strong. Georgie Bennett saw the spark, taught him right from wrong. Nickname Earl The Pearl, cause his punch was headstrong. Earl The Pearl, knocking them out clean. 24-0, every fighter needs seen. From the streets to the ring, he's the king of the dream. South Philly's own, the legends on the screen.
Earl Hargrove was born on May 21, 1956, in South Philadelphia, one of 9 children. He left Bach High School after the 9th grade, drawn into the street gang life. By the age of 15, Hargrove was incarcerated for armed robbery, serving time in facilities such as Camp Hill, Graterford, Western State, and Holmesburg. "I got into trouble because of my environment," Hargrove said. "In my neighborhood, there was always something going on. I really considered myself a thinking person, not violent. I was no bad-hearted guy. I was just always in trouble." In prison, Hargrove discovered boxing. After being acquitted of an armed robbery charge, Hargrove was persuaded by his childhood friend and boxer, Buster Drayton, to pursue the sport seriously. Drayton introduced him to manager Gary Hagee, who in turn introduced him to the legendary trainer Georgie Benton. "George put me in with Benny Briscoe," Hargrove said, and told Benny to take it easy on me because I was new. "I went out there and I was throwing everything like I was going to knock him out. Benny just stepped back and went tap tap. He cut up my nose and my mouth was bleeding. I felt real bad. George told me I couldn't just concentrate on offense." With only 8 prison bouts under his belt, Hargrove turned professional in November of 1979. Trainer George Benton cautioned him that his progress would be slow, but assured him that within 4 years he would be contending for a title. Benton's prediction proved accurate, as Hargrove achieved a record of 20-0, all by knockout, before facing former NABF champion Greg Stevens in January of 1983.
To do that, to get in position to throw his bombs.
Look at that, 2 shots Hargrove took on the chin and nothing happened to him.
Right atop of us now. Hargrove working uppercuts, right hands over and under. Stevens again jarred by a right-left combination.
It's almost over, I'd say.
Stevens hit with a good crisp left. Round number 2, and Greg Stevens in trouble right above us. Oh, big right hand by Hargrove. Hey, that's all. That is all. Scoring.
Well, you're looking at the face of Earl The Pearl Hargrove. He's now 21-0, 21 knockouts. Earl, I've said for the longest time now, I've been with you, I think I've seen you since maybe you were 6-0, 7-0. I've long said they've been hiding you too long. To me, you've been like a boxing work of art, finally unveiled tonight before the American public. Why have you been hiding like this? Why hasn't the public seen you until tonight?
Well, actually, I wasn't hiding. It was just Georgie Benton and my man Gary Hagee wanting to just keep me in 4s and 6 rounds until I developed myself as a good fighter. I didn't have that many amateur experience, so we felt it was necessary just to stay busy in 4 and 6 rounds until we developed into a better fighter. So take on guys like Greg Stevens, hopefully at Ukulele, Mike Collins, big fighters of this caliber. Eventually.
I had been pointing out that in the first round you knocked out 9 men. Second round you had 5 until tonight. Now it's 6. Early in that second round I said, I don't think he's throwing everything he's got. He's just measuring his man, setting up for shot after shot. Did you know that you were going to end it this early? In the second round, how did you feel?
Well, I felt great in the second round. As a matter of fact, I started off a little faster than what I anticipated. What I wanted to do in the earlier round was just use a lot of dead weight, fill my opponent out, see what kind of power he got, and then eventually try to count him with what power I had, right? But unfortunately, he was there for everything I had, and I just went on and took advantage of it.
I got just 2 more quick questions for you. In that first round, I said it was just a dumb mistake for Stevens to stand there on the ropes with a slugger such as yourself. Could you believe that he was on the ropes with you like that?
I couldn't believe it at first. I thought this guy would come out there, jab at me, move around, start boxing me. That's why I was going to stay close up on him, just so when he did start doing what I thought he was going to do in the earlier round, so I could be right there to counter. But he surprised me when he stayed on the rope and started slugging with me. And I thought, well, he was fighting my fight that moment, so I might as well just get in and take advantage of it.
Okay, look in the truth camera. For the junior middleweights out there on the face of this earth, what do you have to say?
I just want to say, for all y'all guys in the top 10, from Tommy Hearn, David Moore on down, I'm ready for you all. Sorry to hear about what happened to Tony Yellow. I was hoping to fight him in the future, but unfortunately, he had a bad experience. But for the rest of y'all guys, I want y'all to know I'm ready. I'm on the horizon.
4 months later, he made his first nationally televised appearance against Donald King. But during the pre-fight introductions, Hargrove lost his composure. His opponent's taunts got the better of him, leading Hargrove to disregard Benton's advice to pace himself. Instead, he recklessly pursued a quick knockout.
Scheduled for 10, Hargrove in the tan and King in the black, and Hargrove comes right out at King, looking for the early knockout. He's got King in big trouble. King is hurt. We haven't gone 30 seconds.
He really got mad at that introduction. Start like that since Dokes and Weaver. First fight.
Oh, King landing to the head of Hargrove. King still shaking though.
Hargrove with a tremendous 21-0 record. All knockouts. Now you can see why.
And 10 have been first round knockouts, 7 in the second round.
Right now, King is hammering. Not much power, but Hargrove is absolutely defenseless as far as he just doesn't care what comes back his way.
And Hargrove showing his entire arsenal. Hooks, combinations, uppercuts, has punching power in both hands, also excellent jab, and he's got King in big trouble halfway through this first round.
What an opening first round. I wonder what would happen to Hargrove if he's got to go 3 or 4 rounds like this.
Earl Hargrove extended to 10 only once in his career. His King ready to go again.
It won't last much longer. King looks like he's on his last legs. Renoni looking in very sharply. He's got nothing left. King has nothing left.
Less than a minute left. Round 1. King was put down in the first 30 seconds by Earl The Pearl Hargrove. And taking a battering here.
Well, Hargrove's got to start running out of gas sometimes. If King can hang in there till the bell, he has really done a prodigious feat because he is out completely on his feet right now.
And King back with a combination. Somehow King has managed to last it out. You see the clock running down. We're final seconds, round 1. And King will be looking forward to the respite between rounds. And King fighting back in the black.
And interestingly enough, Earl Hargrove got an earful from Georgie Benton, who was irate. He said, "You're fighting like an amateur, fight like a pro box." Again, Don King in terrible trouble.
Hargrove stunned King with successive uppercuts. Opening minute, second round, scheduled for 10. These are junior middleweights.
And you can't help but wonder, Earl Hargrove 21-0. Boy, there are some junior middleweights I'd like to see him in with. You remember Mugabe last weekend came out like a house of fire. What a fight that would be.
However, critics of Hargrove point out that he knocked down 21 tomato cans to this point, that he has not fought anyone with the solid credentials. Low, says the referee, Renoni.
Well, you certainly can't question his punch. He punches crisply, sharply, and he has apparent devastating potent punch. King coming back, though, fighting back.
But able to hang in and come back. Hargrove continues to land with uppercuts. So that chin is taking a battering.
This is one of those grueling endurance contests. By all rights, Don King should be in the dressing room taking a shower by now, because he has been hammered by a hard puncher.
Order of Don King, you'll notice his trainer, Panama Lewis, does get his attention. Take a listen.
He did his best.
He did his best. No, he done nothing else. You're the man now.
He did his best.
He did what he had to do.
Panama Lewis, not out of the low-key school.
No, he's from the Hawk school. He's used to working with the Hawk. And that means frenetic action, which he's gotten out of his fighter. At least both fighters have been trying mightily for a knockout for 2 rounds.
Panama Lewis, who works in the corner of the Hawk champion Aaron Pryor, also working in the corner of Don King, who was able to weather a first-round knockout and has come back very strong against Earl Hargrove.
Well, this Don King just won't quit. He keeps coming back.
And getting back to the point made earlier, George Benton upset because Hargrove may have punched himself out in that opening round.
Here comes Don King. He has stunned Earl The Pearl. He's been blinking from those shots. Right behind us, Animal Fletcher, dressed in a white dinner jacket, says, I'll take either guy. I said, they're junior middleweights. He said, I'll come down. I'll fight him. Question about it. This is an Animal Fletcher kind of fight, down and dirty and gritty. There he is, looking like Rick in Casablanca. All he needs to do is hum a few bars to that song as time goes by.
And for the first time, the action has slowed down. This, the 3rd round, less than a minute remaining.
For the first time, Don King is taking a round.
Forced to cover up. Earl Hargrove, who comes off a 2nd-round knockout here in Atlantic City back in January, taking out Greg Stevens of Los Angeles in round 2, coming in with very impressive credentials, but not able to conclude matters in the 1st round with Don King in big trouble.
And where does King get that energy after that huge beating in the 1st round? He's been doing all the punching here in the 3rd round. Hargrove looks a little exhausted, a little tentative right now.
So coming up to the end of round 3. And we'll be back here in Atlantic City. Right on 3 points for these words.
And again, Benton said to him, don't let your emotions get involved here. This is not a fight, this is a boxing.
And King landing with combinations, landing to the body. And there is Panama Lewis in the corner of Don King, who won the Indiana Golden Gloves back in 1978 and 79. His pro debut, a 1st-round knockout victory. In fact, his first 8 professional fights were early knockouts. Don King has won 13, lost 2, 10 by knockout, and seems to be on the way down. He did go down over the first 30 seconds of round 1. It was a street fight for the opening minute.
King doing very good again by pinning Hargrove to the ropes and letting fly those body shots, which seem to be sapping Earl Hargrove's strength. But just when you start to count Earl out, he comes back with those sizzling combinations of his. How often it happens in boxing when you have a month with great fights, they just seem to keep coming.
And this is round 5. Don King on our scorecard has won the last 2. That's King in the black, Hargrove in the tan. Let's listen in again on the corner of King.
Hook is the thing. He's a sucker for it. Okay? He's a sucker for the hook. Now don't give him no room. Don't give him no room. Stay under him. Okay? Don't give him no room, Peggy. You can punch him range.
Panama Lewis telling King, use the left hook. He is a sucker for the hook, and don't give Hargrove any room. He also pointed out he's very tired. No question about it.
There's no question about it. He's tired, but he has just loafed away 2 rounds. I think he's going to recuperate. He started out this round with 2 or 3 picture-perfect punches. He is a better fighter. He has just been recuperating. Look at this.
Less than a minute left. Round 5. More boxing coming up later on Sports World. WBA Bantamweight champion Jeff Chandler stepping up in weight, going against the veteran Hector Cortez in a super Bantamweight bout.
Don King, hammering combinations, again a hammering combination.
And there's Hargrove scoring again with the uppercut. That's what hurt King in the first round. So Hargrove back with his most impressive round since the second. Good combination by Hargrove, but it has been hurt.
No question about it, Earl Hargrove is back. Last round proved that this round he is really getting on track again. And it looks like King is wearing out again.
To position for the punch.
Georgie Benton, that fine middleweight from yesteryear, just chewing on his bottom lip. No, I'm just giving him oatmeal and Perrier water now.
Yeah.
There's a cut over the right eyebrow of Hargrove. Hargrove having a hard time on the ropes right now.
Hargrove landing with combinations on King, but King able to hang in. He went down early in round 1. Nearly went down again. Was able to last the round. Then came back strong in rounds 3 and 4. They've been trading pretty good these last 2 rounds.
As so often happens, who would have bet a nickel that this fight would go past that first round after such a thunderous opening? King backing Hargrove to the ropes. Hargrove sometimes taking a beating there, then taking a beating, but then coming back and backing up King with a series of punches. Both men have blood on their face. King from a bleeding nose. He's been bleeding since that first round onslaught.
Final seconds, round 7. Hargrove with the onslaught and then got tagged by King. Handling the repairs above the right eyebrow. This is round 8, scheduled for 10. Hargrove in the tan, record of 21-0. All 21 by knockout coming in. And King, 13 up, 2 down, 1 draw, 10 by knockout. Don King out of Indianapolis, Indiana, in the black trunks.
Don King has made a showing today.
Oh, he stunned Hargrove!
This fight's just rocking back and forth. Just when you think Hargrove's taking control, back comes King.
Despite what appears to be a lead on the scorecard for Hargrove, it is anyone's fight because King has gotten to Hargrove on several occasions and could put him down.
This is not a boxing match. This is a fight. This is just sheer endurance, strength, determination. Who wants it the most? King has Panama Lewis hollering at him, be the man, go out there and lay it all out every round. Panama Lewis is of the graduate school of the Drew Boudini School of Control Hysteria in the corner.
Did you say controlled hysteria?
Barely controlled. Panama controls it very well. Drew sometimes had a little difficulty controlling an overactive enthusiasm.
halfway through round 8. Hargrove just slapping, nothing left.
Nothing left on King either. They're just sort of passing away the time, pounding on each other. Certainly no guile, no boxing technique. That's just toe-to-toe. That's what's called Philadelphia gym fighting.
A bout that nearly erupted before the introductions as Hargrove and King went at each other before the ring announcer, Ed Darian, introduced the fighters. And that got the two of them going. In fact, it opened up as a brawl with Hargrove in animated fashion going right at King and put him down early, but not able to finish it.
Right now, they're just not missing each other. They just don't have anything on the punches, but the accumulation of those punches should start to tell on one or the other. It just doesn't seem possible. They could go 3 rounds just hitting each other flush on the chin like that and nobody goes.
And we'll be back with round 9 in a moment. Round 9, scheduled for 10. Junior middleweights, Earl the Pearl Hargrove in the tan, Don King in the black. It appears Hargrove is in front on the scorecard. Opened up very strong. King then came back. 2 solid rounds in 3 and 4, and they have been trading the last 3 rounds in this manner. Bertie, you have it 5-2-1 now.
It's the energy and the heart to finish.
Hargrove landing the left hook, but King had clipped him with the elbow.
King has been doing that all fight long with the elbow. It's the first time he got warned by Rainoni.
Good right hand by King.
I'll tell you another thing it tells you. Not only tells you that Hargrove can punch, it also tells you that Hargrove can take a punch because he's been hammered. Hammered to the body, hammered to the head.
And they continue to yell from the corner of King, punch and roll. But they continue to stand there and slug it out.
Again, the uppercuts by Hargrove. The uppercuts that just don't stop. The cut over the right eye, bleeding some.
Oh, and King! Rainoni looked like he was going to step in and outclose it. Rainoni appeared as if he would stop it.
Is it. He is absolutely right.
Despite not following his corner's advice, Hargrove impressed with the victory. NBC's Freddie Pacheco was eager to have him back on the network. The Philadelphia Daily News even held a contest where fans submitted suggestions for a nickname for the local knockout sensation. Hargrove settled on Earl the Pearl, despite the fact that basketball player Earl Monroe was already known for that moniker. Manager Heggie wanted to step up in class against the likes of Mike McCallum, Davey Moore, or Wilfred Benitez, but instead took a title shot against Mark Medell for the IBF Junior Middleweight Championship in March of 1984. Trainer Benton welcomed the title shot, but once again warned Hargrove before the bout. "If you don't follow instructions," Benton said, "you will only beat yourself."
And we're underway, scheduled for 15 rounds. Earl the Pearl Hargrove, 24-0, all 24 by knockout. And Mark Medell, sporting a record of 22-1, 19 by KO. He has won his last 19 fights. His only loss in his 4th professional bout, stopped in the 1st round by Kevin Perry. Since then, he's won 19 straight, 17 by knockout. And Hargrove usually gets started fast.
He started off much slower than he does, but Medell unwisely.
Twice he has been extended to 7. Medell connecting on Hargrove. Oh, good right hand by Hargrove. Medell smiling it off.
I wouldn't be smiling if I had his chances. Middle has started off rather shakily. He was supposed to box. He was supposed to stay away from him, see what he had. Well, he saw what the Pearl had almost all too soon because he stopped in front of him to taste some of that leather. Now this figures that if it goes past 5, Hargrove gets tired of that hard punching and he slows up in the middle of rounds. But can Middle stand this kind of pounding all the way to round 6?
Less than a minute left. Opening round. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco from Atlantic City, the Sands Hotel and Casino.
He'll start to draw a warning pretty soon. Referee Paul Bennett. There are low punches right there. He can't help it. They're not intentional, but he's going to the body with savage body punching style.
Halfway mark. Second round. This is scheduled for 15. Good right hand thrown by Hargrove. He keeps it cocked.
Good jab. Just caught Middle in mid-smile there. Middle seems to be smiling and enjoying this. I don't know why.
Uppercut by Middle. Under a minute left. Second round.
There's a case of the guy who's back into the ropes doing the better fighting. I like Middle, though. He just hangs in there. Good uppercut by Middle.
And he continues to connect with that uppercut. Combination by Hargrove, answered by Middle.
Middle just takes those shots and waits his turn and lands strong right hand. Punching to the body with great authority.
Well, Hargrove did connect on Middle. The combination did hurt Middle. We're coming up on 10 seconds left. Second round. That's it for round 2.
I have it all for Hargrove right now, 20-18, although each round has just been by a hair.
Combination by Hargrove to stun Middle, who's able to push Hargrove to the ropes. Late action in this third round as we approach the bell. Hargrove again able to unload. Final seconds, round 3.
Hand punch. It stunned Earl Hargrove.
But Hargrove back and landed a right.
Hargrove is cut. The right eye is cut of Earl Hargrove.
1 minute in. Round 4. That hard right by Middle led to the desperate flurry. And they are just clean off at each other.
They're toe-to-toe, and they are letting go with their best shot. Talk about heart. Both these guys have got it.
And Ferdy, as you mentioned, check out the cut over the right eye of Hargrove.
And look at Middle. He just won't give up on that body. He's trying to take the heart away from Earl Hargrove. Now he's got a cut. Now he's felt the straight right-hand power of Mark Middle, and he's getting a little desperate. They got to hand it to Earl Hargrove. He just doesn't quit punching. Just when it looks like Middle will take the round, back comes Hargrove.
Less than a minute. Left hand by Middle.
Hargrove is running out of gas.
And the Middle portion of the crowd urging him on. A strong fourth round for Mark Middle.
it's ugly, it's deep. It is certainly a factor in this fight. And McDowell seems to be inspired. Earl won his first round in the first 4, although all have been extremely close.
And Earl Hargrove suffered the cut in the last round. A big right hand thrown by Mark McDowell to open it up.
You know, Marv, when they fight as close as these two guys have, close to each other, they bang heads a lot. It was just a question of time who got cut first. For Earl Hargrove, who's put in another great right hand by McDowell.
And he rocked Hargrove. Hargrove hurt. McDowell looking to put him away. Hargrove can't get out of the way. And Paul Buckley has stopped it.
Bento stops the fight.
Mark McDowell in an upset has stopped Earl The Pearl Hargrove. Hargrove came in at 24-0, all 24 by knockout. Out of the 24 fights, 10 had been first-round KOs, 8 in the second round. We mentioned going into today's fight that this would be the first.
I was partying and doing things I should not have been doing, Hargrove said after. George was like a prophet. I'm not concerned about the loss, trainer Benton said. I'm just concerned if Earl Hargrove can control Earl Hargrove. Hargrove returned 7 months later, knocking out nondescript opposition before signing to face the feared knockout artist John the Beast Mugabe in an event dubbed the Shootout at the KO Corral.
Out of Philadelphia, record of 26-1, 25 by knockout. 18 of his KOs have come within the first 2 rounds, 10 in the opening round, and John Mugabe 24-0, all 24 by knockout. Scoring on the 10-point must, handled by the 2 judges and the referee Mike Boggs. Judges Darrell Brown, Rich Carley. The bell does not save the fighter except in the final round. No standing 8. There is a mandatory 8. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. 3 knockdowns in 1 round, and the fight is over. And Mugabe getting right down to business.
Do not go far from your sets. These two guys are throwing everything they got in the first round.
The bout would be Hargrove's final televised appearance. Over the next 4 years, he fought only 4 times, ultimately retiring after a controversial loss to Ralph Ward in April of 1989. I got disenchanted and quit, Hargrove said. He returned to the ring 5 years later, but quit the sport for good after 2 consecutive losses. Hargrove then settled into family life in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, and was inducted into the Pennsylvania Boxing Hall of Fame in 2014.